Okay, cool. So, welcome everyone to the Awaken launch party. And this is a celebration, and it's a celebration of so many women wanting to take control of their money and their lives. And my token male. So, I am Jessica. I'm a chartered accountant. I'm a European financial advisor, and I have over 20 years experience working for market leading companies, managing billion-dollar budgets at companies like Amazon. But it always pissed me off that so many women weren't taught to manage their personal finances. So I created Definance because I want to change the world. There is so much untapped financial potential in women. And when women have money, they have security, they have choice, they have power, and they can create a world which works for all of us. So, who reckons that sounds pretty cool? Yes, love it. So, I created Awaken because I saw so many women struggling with their money and feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or unsure. Maybe they were earning a good income, but they had nothing left at the end of the month. They were putting their head in the sand because the numbers felt stressful, or they were wondering if they were doing it right when it comes to saving, spending, or preparing for the future. Does any of that sound familiar? Yeah. So I absolutely believe that managing your money more effectively is a learnable skill. And that managing your money doesn't have to be complicated or boring. Everything I do in finance is practical, uncomplicated, and liberating and fun. So, to celebrate the launch of Awaken, I wanted to create a masterclass which taps into all of these elements. So, who is ready? Have you all got a pen and paper with you?
Nope.
Because we're going to draw. Anyone who's come to my sessions before knows we're going to be drawing. All right. So, first up, what I want you to do, sorry, just let me check what's going on with the view here. All right. What I want you to do is draw 5 stars at the top of your paper to begin with. So, it's going to look something like that. And I really should have tried this earlier because my stars were really wonky when I did this. So who can do that better than I can? Now, have you drawn your stars? Beautiful. All right. What I want you to do is I want you to write a couple of things in these stars. And I'm going to give you some ideas, and if any of them resonate, pop them in your stars. So this could be your core values, something like security, peace, freedom, joy, generosity, or growth. So if any of those are resonating, pop them in your stars. And it could be, whoops. Oh, you're on mute. You just need to unmute yourself, Felicia.
Is it one word per star?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. So you're going to have to decide which ones you want in there. So it could be a core value. It could be who you love spending money on, friends, family, special causes, or yourself. Or it could be what you love spending money on. Travel, home, concerts, books, or dance classes. So if any of those are resonating, pop them in. So we want to fill our stars up with things that are our priorities, things that light you up, that make you sparkle. Because once you know this, it's going to be easier for you to decide how you want to use your money. Now, would anyone like to share what they've put in their stars? And you can come off mute and you can tell me, or you can write it in the chat, or you can take a moment and do that.
Jessica, I want to spend money on creative outings.
What are creative outings, Gillian?
So, like when you're feeling a bit uninspired, like go to do something that you creative that you don't normally do, like an art class or things like that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So what else have we got? We've got Elizabeth saying security and travel. Yeah, I know that about you. You need to get on the boat with me again. Maya's saying joy, freedom, family, travel, and books. All sounds really good. I like those. Francisco, comfort, justice, growth, discovery, and love. Heidi, joy, family, experiences, travel, security. Anyone else want to come off mute and tell us
Yeah,
what
I'll come
you
off
put in
mute.
there?
I put freedom and travel.
Freedom and travel. All right. And then you've got space to fill up your other stars.
Well, they're filled up as well, actually.
Oh, what else have you got?
So I have for one of my stars, security and future, peace
Yep.
and home. I've got growth and investment, generosity and family.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. What
I
else?
can also share mine if you want.
Yeah.
I have one for very similar to you, Diana. I had independence and adventure slash travel. So, and then also caring for family, hobbies for personal growth. Um, and yeah, I lost the last one. Oh yeah, one is adventure, one is travel. Because to me, these are sometimes the same, sometimes different.
Yeah.
Kind of like activities to push you out of your comfort zone.
Ooh. Well, you're in the right place for that. All right. What else have we got? Thank you, Meg. Um,
I'll share if you want.
yeah, please.
So I've got home and family is 1 star. Security, because, that feeling of safety that money gives you. Freedom to work if I want or not want. Spa and wellness, and then hobbies and courses. So, but like Gillian, um, you know, signing up for things I just want to do.
I love it. So what we're doing here is we're filling our stars with the things that light us up, that give us sparkle, that we want to be spending our money on. Because when we know this, it's easier to decide whether, yeah, this is what I want to spend my money on, or this isn't what I want to spend my money on. Okay, so next up, what I want you to do is I want you to draw a long, winding path. So it could look, it gets more and more dubious as I go. So it could look something like this, a long winding path up the middle of your page heading towards the stars. While I read the rest of the comments. Independence, freedom, travel, wellness, security, wellness, family, experiences, kids, future, Love it. All right, have you drawn your path? Okay, so a lot of people aren't sure of the steps to take to manage their money effectively. So, what I am going to do is share the 5 steps to financial freedom so that you can work out where you are and where you want to go next. So, imagine you're on this winding trail, and at each stop, you pick up a tool or a treasure, and by the end, you've built your kit for financial freedom. So, the first stop, where we start, right down the bottom. This is no. This is where we start. This is about understanding where you are and where you're headed. So it has 3 little sub steps because I couldn't just keep it to 5. This is setting meaningful goals, creating a value aligned budget, and tracking your money to understand your patterns. So knowing is all about knowing your money, setting goals that are meaningful to you, creating a budget that is aligned with your values, and tracking your money to understand your patterns. And this is because once you know your money, you're ready to move along the path. So who is sorted when it comes to no? Like, give me a thumbs up. Are you sorted with this, or is there a little bit of work to do in this area? Do you have a goal? Do you have a budget? Are you tracking your money, and do you know where it's going? Maybe, yes, no. A little bit of yes and a little bit of no,
I
yeah.
would say the tracking is sometimes difficult.
Yeah, it can be. Saw that Heidi's popped on, so she'll tell you that it doesn't have to be.
I have a budget, I just don't stick to it.
Oh, why not?
I get off track.
Mm. And so when it comes to budgeting, one of the things that I say is that it's not fixed. Like a budget should evolve with you. And if it's not working for you, you know what you can do? Change it. Yeah. Um, so a budget isn't supposed to be rigid. It's not supposed to be inflexible. It's not supposed to make you feel bad. What I like a budget to do is to give you a bit of guidance about values and where you want to be spending your money. So you have a goal and then you can keep an eye on it and go, oh, actually, I'm not really doing what I wanted to do with my money. So that's how I like to think about a budget. So if it's not working for you, shift it. Maybe. The next step on the path is clear. So this is about letting go of what is weighing you down. In here, you focus on reducing any debt with an interest rate over 7%. Because high interest debt is like a bucket with a hole. No matter how much money you put into it, it leaks out faster than you can fill it. You're never going to get a savings account with an interest rate above 7%. Your long-term investments might come to that level, but if you have debt, it's better to get rid of it as fast as you can. So is there anyone out there who has some work to do around high interest debt? Or are you good, Felicia? Okay, cool. Yep. All right. Oops, got. Okay, so that's fine. We just need to focus on that when we're creating our budget and make sure there's a plan to pay off that high interest debt as soon as you can, because then you can move forward with the fun parts of life. Okay, next up on the path, we're going to keep moving on along and we're going to get to the 3rd step of the path, and this is protect. So protect is about building a safety net. And when I say this, I mean an emergency fund of about 3 to 6 months. So your future self has security, space, and choice. So, who has an emergency fund set up? Yay, love it. Love it. Brilliant. So, these three steps are the foundations for managing your money. And this is what I go through in a lot more detail in Awaken so that you are absolutely nailing these things. But then we move on and we get to the fourth step, the fourth spot on our road, stop on our road. And this is soar, as in fly saw, not as in cut something saw. I've been told my accent is misleading on this one. So this is about soaring. And this is because financial freedom isn't just about managing your money, it's about making it grow. And the thing to remember with this is investing isn't just for the wealthy. It is ready for anyone who is ready to take flight. So, has anyone started investing? Brilliant. Love it. Love it. Okay, cool. So then we get to the top, the last stop, the fifth step to financial freedom. And this is, you'll never guess, this is sparkle. So, sparkle is where alignment meets joy. This means that you know your money, you've created freedom, and you get to use it with intention. Sparkle is about using your financial power boldly to live your values, to support others, and to delight in your life. And what you might notice is that your path has led you to the stars, where you've already decided what makes you sparkle. So, does that make money feel a little bit less complicated? Like you know the steps to take and you might be a bit more in control of your money? All right. Write in the chat or come off mute and let me know what step you would like to focus on most now. Is there something that's really hitting you and you're going, hell yeah, that's where I need a bit of work, or I want to focus my attention? Or are you already sparkling?
Sticking to a budget.
Okay, yeah. And this is totally just getting something that works for you. Protect. Yeah, Heidi. Get you for that one. You're almost there, baby.
Also, smart investments that make sense for your goals.
Yeah. 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 And so you see that, like, you've got to start at that no, so you know what your goal is, so that you can then work towards that as well. Yeah. Smart investments. Yes. That's my favorite kind of investing. Diana, how about you?
I think is learning how to sparkle because I think in terms of spending money on myself, that's where I get a sticking point. Or could I use it in something else? So I always using something else rather than myself.
Oh, did you put yourself in one of the stars at the top?
Not at all.
Do you want to draw another star and write me in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think investments, while everyone knows they're smart, I think they're intimidating of where to
Mm.
start.
Yeah. 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 And this is the thing that I've found. I've been in finance for 20 years, and one of the things that finance professionals love to do is make things more complicated than it needs to be so that you rely on us. And I've got Francisco and Mihai both work in finance, so they'll probably sit there going, I don't know what you're talking about, Jessica. But we love to make it more complicated. So that's exactly what I'm doing here is I'm stripping it all back because there is so much information out there, but what is it that you actually really need to know to get it working, your money working for you in a way that doesn't overwhelm you or you feel that is overcomplicated. Yeah, I'll invite you to my second program, which is about investing. Okay, so the next step is we need to draw some trees alongside our path. So we're going to draw 3 trees, and they're going to be big, fluffy trees, which you might have guessed you're going to be writing in them. So it's going to look something like this.
I ran out of space. I'm just going to get another piece of paper to draw another tree.
I know. You might think that my drawing is fabulous, but it did take 3 goes to get it right. I kept going, oh my God, it's too big. Where am I going to put the trees? Okay, so what we're going to do with our trees is we're going to use them for grounding. In each tree, I want you to write one practical action that you can take this week to start building money momentum. So if anything comes to mind, you can pop it in your trees. And if you're drawing a blank, here are some ideas for you. You could journal about your goals. You could, if it makes you a bit nervous, maybe check your banking app. Open it up and have a look at the last week's transactions and see if you recognize them. You could make an extra payment on your credit card or set up a high interest savings account and set up an automatic transfer so that you're getting money in there without thinking about it. You could do some research on investment options. Block half an hour out of your calendar to do this. Maybe sell something you're not using. Or my personal favorite, call a service provider and ask for a better rate. Those things we hate doing. So what we need to remember is that money momentum comes from small steps repeated. So who would like to share what they have put in their trees for their grounding? Heidi has said, review my goals. Yep, always good to touch base with those. Set up auto transfers. Yes, love it. Stop thinking about it. Just let the systems are so good nowadays. And make an extra payment on your credit card. Oh, I like that. And I know that you were making money in the 100K challenge, so do it. Elizabeth, an extra mortgage repayment. As long as you don't get any fees on it, do it, yeah. Research some investments. Need to get a savings account, Jillian. All right. Yes, yes, you do. All right, I love it. So, maybe a good way of approaching this is to actually block some time out in your calendar so that you're doing this next week, or put it on a to-do list so that you can tick. Can you tell I'm a geek? So you can tick it off because I love ticking things off lists. All right. And I'm going to hold you all accountable with these things. I love it. So, what we have done here is we've created a map. You might not realize this, but we've created a map, which is practical with the trees. It is uncomplicated with this path, and it's liberating. So this is one page that brings clarity and confidence. And you might also notice that you've drawn a beautiful picture of a magical forest that can go on your fridge forever. I don't know. Does anyone want to share this? Does it look better than mine? No. It's not going on your fridge. All right. So that is the end of the activity. Is there anything that you want to share about it that came up for you that you haven't mentioned yet?
I'd just like to say that doing it this way gave me more clarity about the direction I can be going in, and it
Yeah.
make it more sort of fun.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of reaching for the stars. So it makes me think this is what I'm going to be doing, aiming for the stars.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And I know it turns out I cannot draw a star to save my life, but I love this idea. So, and our stars don't have to be perfect. And make sure you have
No.
me in one of those stars.
Mhm.
All right.
I just wanted to say I love that the focus is on what we can spend money on that makes us happy, rather than I feel like all other financial advice is always on how much can you save. So it's just really refreshing to kind of have that outlook of, oh, if I actually do these serious things, I can then have fun.
Yeah, yeah. And this is so true. Oops. This is so true. So often, I might go on a little rant here. Women are told to shrink, to restrict, to cut the lattes. But one of the things that I find is when you look at your money in a way that is intuitive and it makes sense to you, and you're thinking about it in terms of what's important to you and what you want to spend money on, you automatically free up money that makes you feel richer. And so it's not always about cutting um, or restriction. It can be this expansive area of just choosing what's important to you. And sometimes it is worthwhile to stop and have a little look at that. Okay, so what I would love you to do next is to share your picture or what you've included in the money playground. And I'll set up a thread where you can add this. So if you're not in the money playground yet, that's my free Facebook group where we do all sorts of fun things and have these more regularly. And okay, so what I would like to say is this is what we've created in half an hour flat. Stars, path, grounding actions. So now just imagine what is possible if you have 8 weeks of support, structure, and community, because that is what Awaken is all about. So, as I said earlier, I was frustrated that so many people were struggling to manage their finances with confidence. So, I created a program to do just that. Awaken is my signature 2-month program, which is designed to give you confidence in your financial foundations. It's built around the first 3 steps of financial freedom: know, clear, and protect. And over 2 months, you'll smash old money beliefs and set bold, values-led goals. Create an intuitive budget that actually works with your life, not against it, with no restriction, just common sense. Build a clear strategy to manage any debt that you have. Set up your safety net so that you have security, space, and choice, and strengthen your everyday money skills so that you feel capable and confident. You'll receive weekly chapters with practical activities, 7 group coaching calls where we go deep into the content, and a 1-month follow-up to keep you on track. Plus, I have brought in a guest coach, Helen Maxwell, the mindset mechanic, and she's going to be providing powerful mindset support alongside the financial tools. So, I want to take a moment and talk about value. Most people I work with are losing hundreds or even thousands each year in interest, fees, or money leaks that they don't even notice. Awaken costs €950 plus VAT, but the strategies inside often save far more than that within the first year alone. Heidi, I'm hoping you'll pop in at some point and say, hell yes. And when you add the confidence to stop wasting money on things that don't give you value, the returns keep compounding. So by the end of Awaken, you don't just understand your money, you feel calm, you feel capable, and you feel in control of it. The investment is €950 plus VAT, but as I said, this is a launch party and I've brought along some presents. So, first up, there is an early access bonus, and this is a free one-to-one session with me, valued at €250 if you sign up before the 17th of October. And then there is the instant action bonus, which is €200 off if you join before midnight on Monday, that's tomorrow, with the code Awaken200. So if you act quickly, that means you get both bonuses, which is an extra €450 in value. And that is my way of celebrating and making it easier for you to say yes. So I will pop in the links if anyone is interested, and you can also book in a call with me if you've got any questions or want some more information. So, does anyone have any questions about the Awaken program? And I'll let Heidi come on and do a plug if you want to. She's done it before. Mm.
I had a question about like friend referrals that, if you have other women friends that may be interested, what would be the next steps?
Oh, I love it. So at the moment, I'm offering a referral for people who have already done Awaken and then want to do my Ascend program. But yeah, let's get in touch with me if you've got, let's have a chat because I'll I'll work something out. Because like I said, I want this to be a no-brainer. So yeah, absolutely. We'll love a little incentive. Anything else? All right. Okay, let me pop this in here because I can't. It's just going to take me a mere second. Heidi, I'm so glad I joined the Awaken earlier this year. I love my budget now. Yeah, Heidi, I love quoting you because you say that you spend 5 minutes a week on your budget rather than 3 hours procrastinating. And Heidi saved tens of thousands of dollars in credit card interest repayment. So very impressive what you can do with just a little bit of guidance and support. So tonight, you found your sparkle, you mapped your path, and you ground your intentions, and you learn how Awaken can take you deeper with, yeah. So I would love to know if you have any takeaways. What's one takeaway that you're leaving with tonight?
Mine is to put things on my to-do list because I'm always saying like I'm going to do this. I know I need to do this. Like I mean, I know you and I talked about savings accounts some time ago. I still haven't done it. So yeah, definitely just make that time for it. Like, you're saying what Heidi's making this 5 minutes, just make the time.
Yeah. I kind of call it like you can make it a self-care Sunday
Yeah.
or yeah, block some time where you just say, I'm going to be spending some time looking at my money.
The biggest thing is a little bit of focus can have such a big impact.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And and if you know what you're looking at, so I think so often we get overwhelmed by this and we just go, too much, I don't know what I'm doing, and just like throw it all out the window. Whereas when you're looking at this, you can see there are these really clear steps that'll just take you straight through it and make it really easy to work out what to focus on.
I like the fact that you said that thinking about your money is like self-care Sunday. I've
Yeah.
always thought of
Mm.
money as some sort of scary demon, but
No.
it's time for me to, if you step into thinking of it as self-care and it's helping you, and between that and the map, that just changes a lot of my perspective. So thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, and this is the thing is we know about physical wellness. We know about emotional wellness. Now it's time to step into and really start thinking about our financial wellness. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say adding to that, like reframing your finances in terms of like leading yourself towards your values and what is really important to you, and thinking about how going in these steps to be more financially independent is actually serving you and the things that you care about. So I think that that's really a fresh perspective.
Yeah. And it's such a beautiful way of looking at your money. I think so often it's not that we can't manage our money, it's just we've never been taught a way that makes sense to us. And for me, finding a way that's really intuitive is so helpful. Yeah. All right, there's one last thing we need to do. Gillian, what is it? Maya, what is it? You know the drill? Photo. So if you don't want to be in a photo, you can turn your camera off, but I hope this is just for our group. So yeah, fix up your hair. I love it. Looking gorgeous. All right, are we ready? Let's see if I can do it. All right, love it. All right. If there's there's a few people who I haven't heard from. Anna Maria, anything you want to share?
I mean, it was beautiful to look at the stars and my goals, what I love, and
Hmm.
see it. I mean, I know what I love, but like connected more to my finances because we were also on the similar journey of co-creating, right? Something new. So I'm also at the step that, like I'm getting to this space where the protect, right, is getting smaller. So yeah, it's also, like for me to think how I work in the other direction.
Yeah, beautiful. Susanna, how are you doing?
Good, great. Thank you, Jessica. It was really inspiring for me, also seeing that I'm not on the map. I'm not in the stars. So I'm putting
But you
myself on the
can
stars.
be. You can be. Yeah, yeah. Make that
Yeah,
choice. Make that choice
yeah,
that you're a priority for sure.
yeah, yeah.
That's why
So
I say it's not, and I think this is the challenge with women is so often you're like, I want to look after my kids, or I want to look after this, or I want to look after that. And you go, wait, hold up. Take a little moment and make sure you've put yourself in those stars.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Sorry, you were saying?
So I'll definitely keep on playing in the playground.
Love it.
And yeah, for now, and see what the future brings.
Love it. Yeah, the playground's so much. It's a good space to come and play and try
Yeah.
different things and learn some things. Kathy, how you doing? We can work out how to turn your mute off. Oops.
No, I'm good. I just feel, yeah, there's a lot to do. I haven't really, there's a lot to plan for at the moment. I'm at the beginning of that journey. So
Yeah, you've got
lots
to
of
find
ideas,
stuff
but
to do.
yeah, there's lots of opportunity, but there's also lots of stuff that I need to kind of be more rigorous about.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
good.
Francisco, how you doing?
Homework. No, I think what I was saying there, I think it's two things I'm taking away. Definitely, they're really looking at my goals. I think having the budget is there, but sometimes what Rosanna was saying at the beginning, you just go away from it. So it's good to relook at your goals and think whether your budget still applies, etc. So, and the whole point about Apple Pay, what she mentioned also, it's like magic money. It goes away, you don't realize, and then when you look at your bank account, it's like, oops. So definitely Apple Pay is a more using more cash is probably the way to go, going back to historic era. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a video the other day of someone saying, I didn't understand that it was my money. I thought it was like credits or something. Yeah. And
It's
that
a lot harder to hang out, a 50 euro, bill or whatever, $50 or 100, than just to tap your card or just
yeah,
tap your phone.
yeah.
It's so much harder. And I forced myself to do it this week. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pay for it cash. And I'm like, damn, did I just pay that much money for that? Like, no more cash. Like, okay, well, I'm done for the day.
So you're finding it useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so do you put a certain amount in your wallet each like week?
I'm not that organized.
Okay.
I just happen to have cash. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
just that
whatever
it's
we're doing.
creating a bit more intention when
Yeah.
all right. Mihai, are you there or are you just listening in today? Oh, we've got your foot. Oh, you're still on mute though.
Sorry about that. I was trying to figure out how to work Zoom on my mobile. Yes,
Oh, on the
apologies.
mobile, it's a challenge.
Yes. So I was actually thinking about the stars at the end and the value that you mentioned. I think it's a very good idea, and I was thinking that it's not very clear to me what the end goal is or what the stars are, and actually it's quite important to know what the stars are and where to go. So I'll definitely think about this more. I'll put some thought, put some thinking into it. And thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Yeah, I think I think so often we just chug along with like, here's what I have done in the past or what I've been told I should do. So actually taking a moment and reassessing what it is that you want to be spending your money on is important.
Yes. Thank you.
Cool. Maya, I haven't heard from you. How are you doing, darling?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, for me it's being aware and staying aware of like the goals and the actions.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, the awareness. All right. Unless there's anything else that you want to share, thank you very much for coming along and get in touch if you've got any questions or come and play in the money playground as well. And have a fabulous evening. Bye.
Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Jess.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.